The purpose of this tutorial is to show you how to go in and add tags to classify each of your notes for Microsoft OneNote. Later on, this will allow you to go back and organize the information so that you can use it in the manner that you see fit. That means that those tags will be retrievable. So for example, if I'm taking a look at the Microsoft OneNote and I decide that I want to scroll down and make a note here, Microsoft OneNote allows me to click on the Home tab. I can look in the Tags group, and maybe it is that I have a question, so I click on question mark. Sometimes I like to also add a to-do tag, so I'm going to add a to-do tag beside it. So you can add more than one tag for an item. As I move forward, I begin to click in the Notes section. Here I might decide to add some information in this section, such as looking in the Tags group, I can scroll down and say this is a website to remember. I might say visit www.allrecipes.com, and here I might just move this down a little bit on another line. So I've tagged it with that note. Furthermore, I might say add another tag. In this case, I'm going to click on this one and I'll say call Thomas, and then I might put in his phone number if I remember it. And it could be that I might not have his number, but I just want that tag there. As I scroll through the book, I might decide to jump in the recipes notebook and look in an area that has something for maybe this section for this customized training. I might decide that I want to click on this page and select a drop down, and I might say this is a good project to create, and I might go back in, click on the tag for to do. So I might say something like work to create a class project later. So I'm just giving myself notes for a little bit later on so that I can organize this when I get an opportunity. At this point, if I decide that this is a day that I want to come in and find all the tags that I created across all my notebooks, what I would do at this point is click on the Home tab. I would look in the Tags group and I would click on Find Tags. Over to the right, I see I get a Tag Summary task pane, and I have the opportunity to go in and group these tags by different methods, but more specifically, I want to turn my attention to the bottom here where I say search this notebook. I'm going to change it so that I say search all notebooks. And at this point, I can see that there are different items in here that have tags attached to them. I'm going to create a summary page. What has happened is all of the tags that I created are now put in a nice little to-do list. So I'm going to call it my to-do list, and I can see that the tags are actually grouped according to the kind that was used. If I check off these, they will show up on the screen, and that's really why I like to add in that to-do checkbox. And more specifically, even when you have these tags created for these items, you may find that you want to go in and add a to-do checkbox for each one of these just to make a little checklist for yourself as you move along. The other thing that you have the opportunity to do is you can search for tags based on sections. You can look in this notebook, all notebooks, and then you have a couple of other options for which you can actually look for those tags by. If you don't like the grouping that's provided by default, you have the option to come in here and group your tags by their tag name, by the section. You can also group them by title. You can group the tags by the date that they were created. And then you have the ability to go back in and say refresh those results, and you'll have the option of going back in and creating a new summary page if you desire. So that's the purpose of going in, finding your tags, retrieving your tags, so that you then have something that you're able to work with.